Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kelsey, and today I'm going to be going over some stuff that I'm doing to get myself ready for the spring semester. So spring semester begins in 11 days. I really have been preparing. I started about like a week ago, really getting stuff together, that sort of thing. And now that my class schedule is set, that definitely helps me to start preparing, because it's kind of hard to prepare when you don't even know what classes you're doing. You can't prepare for classes that might change, you know what I mean? Like that's a waste of time. So there is a little list of stuff that I have made that I'm gonna go over with you guys, stuff that I'm just doing to get myself ready for my classes and that kind of thing. First, I'm gonna go over my planner. I made an entire video on this planner when I first got it back in the summer, so I'm going to link that video down below, and if you're really interested in what all this planner entails and how to get it and everything, you can watch that video and find out. So I use a planner by Plum Paper. I have used these ever since sophomore year. So freshman year, I used the planner that Purdue has for sale at the bookstore. It works very well. There was nothing wrong with it. It's just I wish it had more. I wish it had more space. I wish it had things done a little bit differently inside of it. It's not huge. It fits in every bag very easily. I am going through and I added all of my classes. I write each class down so that I can write in what we're doing that day, so that I can just kind of have a heads up, like, are we gonna have an in-class activity? Do I need to make sure that I bring a notebook? Do I need to have these problems done before I go to class? There's always something like that you have to do for each class. Readings, especially with comm, you're supposed to read this, this article that they emailed you before you go to class. That's why I write each class day, each class on each day. Plus, I can also just write the topic out to the side so that I can, looking back, remember, like, oh, we did this day. I write the week at the top, in the little box that says important this week. I just write each week's number, because that makes it easier to flip through, because a lot of the times in class, your teacher doesn't give you the actual date. They're gonna say, like, our first class meeting of week number 6, and you're gonna have to know what date they're talking about. And so when it's written on the top like that, it's easy to just like flip through to week 6 or whatever and be like, oh, you're talking about, February 18th. So another thing is that you have the option when you have these of getting a new cover for it. So obviously this clear piece stays the same, but you can get a different color cover, and it just it makes it feel like you have a different planner. It kind of freshens things up if you're sick of looking at this, because you look at this like 5 times a day, every single day of your semester. If you just want a new one going into the fresh new semester, then you can do that very easily. So I am in the process of doing that. I'm gonna get just a new cover for it. It also comes with the the back cover, so you get a new cover on both sides. You can customize them just the same, and it kind of just makes it feel like you have a clean start to things without buying a whole new planner, obviously, because that would be crazy. These things are ridiculously expensive. So you can pick your new cover, you can pick the fonts, and customize it however much you want. So I'm going to go with this one, and the subtotal is $8. Amazing. So along with getting a new cover and adding all of my new schedule information to my planner, you can also get new stickers. I'm going to be checking and seeing what stickers I need more of, that sort of thing, because I use a lot of them. I use all of the ones that they have for breaks and quizzes and tests and office hours and all sorts of things. I really love stickers because they get my attention, especially for things that I might think I'm going to forget, like certain appointments or that kind of thing. Along with that, I'm also going to see what pens I am out of ink with, because throughout the semester I would run out and I would just pitch it. The only pens that I use are these guys, and they are the Pilot Friction erasable ball pens. I absolutely love them. They are gel and they are extremely pigmented, but they all have erasers, and if you erase them, you will never know that you ever wrote there. I love them. I use them in class. I use them for absolutely everything. Next, I have been working on getting my new iPad set up and ready to go. I use it a lot for school. I take all of my notes on my iPad. I really like it. It's kind of just perfect because, you know, iPads are so much thinner than carrying around different notebooks. And like if I wanted to carry around notebooks, I would have probably one per class, because I've tried to do the thing where you get a huge notebook and you divide it up, but I take too many notes and I would run out of space for each class in the one notebook, and so I would have one notebook for each class, which means that I'd be taking 5 or 6 different notebooks to class with me, and that's like ridiculous. iPads are perfect because you're still writing, like it's still getting into your head, right? It's not typing them. I write them out. They're in my handwriting. It works very well. If you have one of the paper-like screen protectors, it feels like you're writing on a notebook sheet of paper. Okay, so these are all of my iPad apps. I use GoodNotes. It is, I think, $7.99 on the App Store. It is not bad at all. You would pay more than that to buy notebooks at the store. So, yeah, I think $7.99 is very reasonable. I have these different folders. All of my old dance notes go in here. I'm about to make a new dance folder because our new season is starting. I have one for YouTube, past semesters of school, and then I have this one. And so then I have a individual notebook for each of my classes. And so obviously you want to have an Apple Pencil with this. If you don't have an Apple Pencil, then there's no reason for you to buy this app. So I just make a little cover here, and then I feel like I've shown you this before, but I don't remember. You can make it super personalized. You can make when you're selecting this, you can pick from all these different covers. There's a ton of them. And then as far as paper goes, there's also a ton of paper as well. I always do the Cornell layout typically. Okay guys, so I was about to show you how exactly I take my notes here, but then I realized that actually could be a little video of its own. A lot of people are doing that right now. Note-taking videos are super in for some reason, and so I'm not going to show you how to do it in this video. I'm probably going to make a separate video in the future and show you how I take my notes. So there you go. Let me know if that interests you, and yeah, let's move on with the video. You can add as many pages to each notebook as you want. And I really love this way of doing it. So another topic that kind of goes along with my iPad and planner is me using Google Calendar. I got super into this last year. I have obviously an iPhone, I have an iPad, I have an Apple Watch, and I have my Microsoft Surface Book laptop, and so Google Calendar is fantastic because I have the Google Calendar app on all 4 of those things. They all sync with each other. As soon as I type something into one, it pops up on all of the rest. During the school year, I always wear my Apple Watch. I'm on break right now, so it's dead. It's not even charged. And so I put it on my like home screen on my watch. So when I'm like walking, I can just like look at my wrist and see what class I'm going to, what we're doing that day, and where it's located. And it's super convenient. It's literally, I put all the same stuff in it that I do on my planner. I guess I can show you, I'll show you last semester's schedule since that's past now. But this was last semester's schedule. So you can just see here, if I can get it to focus, that I can color code things. These big blocks are the studio, but then, yeah, and you can like make notes on each one, so if I clicked on a class, I could see what notes I had for it that day, any reminders, just anything like that. I'm also just like clearing my laptop of everything that's old projects. A lot of the projects that I do on Google Docs, which is really nice because it's online, it's in the cloud, it's not storing things to your laptop. but I wipe out all of my past Word projects, all of that stuff. I usually put them onto Google Docs and then erase them from my laptop, or I just erase them completely if they're not important. I would be clearing my iPad, but I just got this iPad, so it's already, you know, it's not full of stuff. And that's pretty much it. As far as other random stuff that I'm doing around like the apartment, kind of, I have like literally all of my clothes right now in the middle of my floor, and I'm going through them, seeing what can go home, what's gonna stay. My apartment's really a disaster because I have Christmas stuff over there, I have all of my clothes sprawled out here, I have shoes over there. I'm just trying to kind of reorganize everything that's in here to get it back to being very functional, where I know right where everything's at, and I'm redoing my drawers and everything. Like the top of my vanity area is a disaster because I'm also purging a lot of makeup stuff. Like, I'm just kind of doing a complete like apartment detox, trying to get rid of everything that I don't want, don't need, don't use. I've been on break for a couple weeks, but obviously with the holidays and all that stuff, I haven't really been able to start working on this stuff until just like yesterday. I've been working on it off and on throughout the past couple weeks, but starting yesterday I really kicked it into gear. Alrighty, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helped you. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, make sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, drop me a comment, and I will see you in my next video.